Welcome back to Man Across New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely little island of Fawnhollow today? You know, it's funny how I call it a little island every single day. It's not bad little, is it? I mean, compared to other islands, comparatively little, but still 25 acres for like a population of, I think, 10 villagers plus me, 11, it's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? Is that a population of 18? That sounds about right. That's still a reasonably large plot of land, isn't it? Anyway, right now, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 4:35 PM on Thursday, January 14th, 2021. There really isn't any news to speak of today, but we'll carry on as always. January 14th. Why do I feel like this is meant to be significant in some way? Is it a friend's birthday I forgot? That'd be bad. Not what I can think of. Oh well. But something for me to think about later. So what I've been up to today, say it with me now, did some drawing, did some programming. Hold on, I got you a thing there. I want to surprise you with a thing, so I bought you a thing and sent it to you because I wanted you to have it. Now you have a thing, send it to you, enjoy it, it's your thing now. Yay! You like the thing, Jakey? Thank you, Jakey. Yeah, just did the usual, didn't actually record any other videos today. I didn't actually talk about it at all yesterday. Mobile? Oh, it must be like a baby cradle mobile sort of thing. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, a mobile phone mobile? And I was like, what? No, oh, hello, Kix. I played a bit of Return of the Obra Dinn. Oh, that's fancy. Yesterday. For the first time. Because I hadn't done it before, obviously. I think it was was it yesterday or was it the day before yesterday? It might have been, yeah. I think it was the day before yesterday. I finished, like, with sketch. And then yesterday I did the rest of the thumbnail art. So that speed draw has been, it's not really a speed draw I suppose, but that like time lapse I suppose, and we're creating that thumbnail art. That'll be going up next Tuesday, I think. I'm not sure because there's no like time slot for me to really put up like the art time lapse. Like I could upload it on Sunday, but like that just feels strange to me. So I just upload it about like 3 hours before the actual series goes up. So that's what I'm doing currently. So yeah, next Tuesday, Return of the Obra Dinn. That'll be starting up. Cafe KK, pretty sure we got this one. We do indeed. So I can now close out of this. Yeah. And I played a bit of Return of the Obra Dinn. It's actually pretty cool. I had a lot, I don't know why I'm doing this. I had a lot of reservations about doing it because I was like, I kind of listened to watch someone play for it before, Northern 9, you know, I'm a big fan of. Because 2 years ago, or roughly, he played it. But I don't really like pay attention to him playing. I sort of like put him on in the background to sort of listen to him because he's a really good talker, and his gameplay's not bad. It's just like I much prefer listening to having something like that idly on in the background. What's this? Spend bells to buy items. What do I buy? Did I buy something? I actually just have no memory. Oh, I bought something from Kix. I forgot that counts. That's right. I was just seeing if there was a snowman mission, which it is not. So we'll do the usual, get some fossils, give out some gifts. Yeah, I had my reservations about playing it because I was like, it would really suck. It really sucks with puzzle games if you play it and you like remember things about it, or remember everything about it. And to be honest, it's actually been completely fine because turns out it's not that I don't remember things from it. It's just like the things I remember from it are like very broad things about it. So like I remember the general gameplay pattern, and I remember like some of the plot points, but I don't remember the specific details, which is actually what matters in this sort of game. Like I don't remember who's what, and I don't like, because if you don't know what Obra Dinn is, it's about someone lost it. Okay, so this must be Bruce, because we're not nearly good enough friends with Bruce yet really to get any details about it. Yeah, but Obra Dinn is about it's sort of like a detective deducing logic game, like kind of like actually if you think about it, it's a bit like an Einstein puzzle. That thing of like 5 people and 5 houses have 5 pets and 5 different colours and whatever, I don't know. And it's kind of a maths problem, so if you weren't into maths logic puzzles, you probably don't know it's a thing, but still. Yeah, it's kind of like that, except on a ridiculously large, like 60-person scale, where you're trying to deduce clues, or get clues, investigate clues on the ship about every single person. You're going to try and find their identity, match identity to a face, and the cause of death and who caused that death, basically. It's basically a massive game of sort of like Cluedo, I suppose. It's not really Cluedo, because I guess it's not really location based, but you know, it's things about Ilk. So yeah, so obviously the key point of a game is deducing those details, and if you already know the details, then it's just like, well, that kind of ruins the whole point of the game for you, right? So I was really worried about playing it, being like, oh, I don't want to get into it and just find out like, oh, I remember who this person is this person, and I remember this is this person. I can just guess all like a lot of the answers by my memory, because not to brag, but my memory's pretty good when it comes to these sort of things. But apparently my memory's only good when it's actually paying attention to a thing, and I was not paying a lot of attention to the actual play. Let's play when I watched it, so that's why I've been saying I kind of just listened to it, if anything, because it's not wrong. It's basically what I did, and yeah. Oh, we should see if Bruce is in. Is Bruce in? He is in. So I'll give him his little planner he lost. So yeah, as it turns out, I don't remember much of it. The things I remember, I'll talk about now, because it's harder to talk about in Oberdin, because I'm actually trying to play the game. But I remember the giant. I remember the Kraken attacking the ship, and I thought about it later, and I think I remember something about like the Ark of the Covenant in the story. I don't remember where. I remember some of the scenes. Like I remember like in retrospect after I saw them, I was like, oh yeah, I kind of recall the scene, which I'm not sure if I brought it up, but I remember the guy being like hit by the cannon, and I remember another guy like clubbing another guy in the face, which is a bit vague, but still. Yeah, we don't have a present to give you yet, so we'll come back for you, Bruce. But I remembered none of the names, and I remembered none of the name and the matching up of the faces yet. Of course, there's still more of a game to go, so it might be later on I'll be like, yes, I remember the deduction for this part, which would be fine. But so far, I haven't remembered any of the ways to deduce people, so who knows? It's been completely fine so far, I think. And because there's 60 of them, if I remember a few of them, if I remember like a handful, like 5 of them, I'm like, oh, I remember this person and how they died and that sort of thing, or at least how to, oh, we don't have another fossil, we need another fossil, because you said that's fine. I think it doesn't really ruin the logic puzzle in the end. It's sort of it doesn't add to it. It's not the same argument I have with spoilers, where I'm just like, oh, it adds to the situation. It does detract from it, but it doesn't detract from it enough to not enjoy it anymore. So yeah, I was a bit worried it would have been a bad game to play through as a let's play. It turns out it's completely fine. So yeah, look forward to that on Tuesday. I do like my logical deduction puzzles, that sort of thing. I think I say this every single time I puzzle game. I'm not so great at exploration, but I'm very good at deduction. So this game's got a bit of a mix of both. It's not quite so heavily exploration focused as the Witnesses. I'd say it's more observation focused, is what I've seen so far. There's a lot of things to keep track of, and a lot of like logical leaps, not leaps, but like connections you need to make for each one. But yeah, one thing I didn't notice was, I mean, maybe I should save this conversation for when the actual episodes come out, but it doesn't really matter. Like, spoilers and doing Return of the Oberdin, I've only said it for like every single episode or something for the past few days or whatever. So it's not really that big of a surprise to anyone or a deal. Hopefully it's been suggested to me a few times. I remember during the Witness series, I can't remember exactly when people suggested it to me, but somewhere I don't really remember. Anyway, so I've got flowers to sort out. We'll of course do the flowers afterwards. Let us get some wrapping paper. What was I saying? I don't remember. Something about logical deduction puzzle. Oh yeah, and I do love my logical deduction puzzles. Like but Einstein puzzle, if you don't know, and I won't know, I won't spell out the exact details of it because I don't remember it off the top of my head. I kind of remember the gist of it. Is there's 5 people. They live in 5 different colour houses, and they live in a different order in the houses. They each have a different pet each, and they each have a different job, and they each have a different nationality or something. And the Einstein puzzle is basically, it gives you a list of clues, being like, oh, the Frenchman doesn't own the goldfish and does not live next to the person in the greenhouse or something like that. It gives you like vague clues like that, which by themselves obviously can't give you a full picture of who lives where and with what, but if you combine them together and make some logical deductions by process of elimination, you can systematically derive who is where, and you can derive all the entire information about it. And that, when I was younger, was actually one of my favourite puzzles. But unfortunately, it's the sort of thing that you can only kind of do once. Well, that specific one, you can do variants of it, which is also not bad, but it's kind of like, I don't know. It's not the same as the first time you do it. I suppose that's the same with every single puzzle, though. always the first time you do it is much more interesting and much more special because you're actually deducing it for yourself, I suppose. But anyway, what was I going to say? I don't recall. Don't recall. Here's a gift for you. So yeah, the Oberdin sort of just like got magnified up to 60 times, and the clues are less straightforward because they don't give it to you in text and writing. You had to make a lot of different guesses about it. Like so far you had to like they have dialogue that plays in cutscenes before. Basically the way you get your information is you look at people's memories by looking at corpses on the ground, and you get to see their last moments, and a lot of their last moments they have dialogue, which you can try and piece together some things. We know Jakey's in his house. I don't think we've seen Raymond yet, so he might be in his house as well. Is Amelia in her house? No, we've seen Amelia was in Nick's just now, wasn't she? So she's not crafting. Don't know who would be crafting. Is Raymond home? Raymond is home. Could be you crafting. A lot of people in their house today, surprisingly. Yeah, you can see their final moments. You need to deduce by like the things they say, the context they're in, about, and try and deduce what happened. Like kind of like an actual inspector, though probably not like an actual legitimate inspector, because I'm sure actual inspectors have much not tougher jobs, but like much more nuanced things, and there's a lot of paperwork, I'd imagine. Isn't that the thing? Like I feel like I remember like a detective playing Alain Noir or something and giving his commentary about it, and he was like, of course in video games things are much more coincidental and line up because they need to give you a clear path to the thing. So like he found like the murder weapon or something like and it'd been outside. He was like, yeah, this doesn't usually happen. This would be incredibly fortunate luck if this happened, but normally the thieves try a little bit, or the criminals try a little bit better to cover up their trials. Hello Vivian. Lovely day today. And what was I saying? Oh, we should customize them things because that's our double thing today. Keep a lookout for some presents. We're going to do that one. We're going to water the flowers naturally. Yeah, and he was like, oh yeah, this is just a big coincidence that doesn't normally happen. And I can't remember if that was the same video or not, but it might have been a different video where the person was like, oh yeah, a lot of it, like detective and criminal work, a lot of it's just like a load of paperwork where you just basically had to, you know, do a lot of cross-referencing and I suppose and researching what you're doing and filling out the proper paperwork to investigate what you want and filing away evidence you find, I guess. We should also think about building bridges, shouldn't we? I said we were going to build a bridge here, but the problem is I don't know what the minimum size is for a bridge, so it might be a bit awkward. Why don't we take a look? New Horizons bridge size. Bridges are 4 spaces wide and can be built over 3 to 5 spaces of water. I love kids, but... Oh, I'm sorry I skipped through that. That was a new dialogue. I haven't seen it before. How to build and destroy bridges. Bridges are 4 spaces wide and can be built over 3 spaces of water. You need to have at least 4 by 3 spaces of water to build a bridge. So that raises a problem here. Well, we can't really have a bridge. I've seen what some people do if they want small bridges, is they actually just fill out the land and then they put like a design over the top. We could put a bridge here. It seems like a little bit inconvenient spot for a bridge. Not inconvenient, but just like pointless. If anything, we should probably put a bridge down here somewhere. Actually, I don't want to put bridges down because I don't know where paths are going yet. That's actually a really good point, which I didn't consider till just now. So okay, we don't have to put bridges down. Even though that does help towards the island rating score, that sort of infrastructure really needs them. We're planning to put out, otherwise we're going to have to redo things and it's going to be annoying. And I want to minimise the amount of things we need to redo, of course. Cheeky here, crafting away. But yeah, logic puzzles are always quite fun. I suppose it's just kind of satisfying having that big like grid you had to fill out where you like cross-reference everything and you can like slowly cross things out. As you're like, oh, this is an impossible combination or this can't happen, that sort of thing. I kind of like those sort of puzzles because I guess I can go and put tangents and like mash challenges, that sort of thing. Actually, this wasn't a mash challenge thing now I think about it, was it? Actually, no. I've talked about the Team Mash Challenge before. I think I have. Anyway, if you don't know, it's basically a maths Olympiad competition thing that I used to participate in because I was decently good at maths. And one of the questions was actually the Einstein problem. I remember that. Which is an amusingly strange problem actually to give them on the thing, because it's actually quite a low-level problem. Because this was, I was in sixth form, so I was like, was I year 12 or year 13 when I did that one? I can't remember exactly. It was one of those 2 years. But anyway, should we put things away? Do I need to sell anything? So just having a little glance over what I got. We only really need to have recipes, but we can clear out inventory space. Why not? Makes things a bit more accessible. But yeah, it was a team house challenge in a sixth form, like A level. So this is like last year of high school level, I suppose, or equivalent for those of you in America. And the Einstein problem is actually quite a simple problem, because this was in the finals, I believe. It's quite a simple problem to put in a team maths challenge. It was a bit surprising to me, but I was like, all right, it's fine. This is like a fun riddle that I love doing. And yeah, the only reason I say that is because actually, because obviously when you apply to university, you have to write like cover letters and CVs and that sort of thing, and personal statements about whatever. Here's a pro tip for you: if you ever want to do maths and you apply for university in much more prestigious schools, I suppose, for maths, they don't care about your personal statement a lot of the time. They just kind of care about your maths ability. So there you go. So you know, I just sort of went through a loop, went through motions, did what I needed to do to get that done. And I remember it was like I was talking to my maths teacher about it. I was like, you can put some like interesting maths problems you really like, all that sort of thing. So I was like, I don't know, I went through a few of them. And I was like, I put like combinatoric stuff down. And I was like, I can't remember exactly one of them, but I was like, why don't I put the Einstein puzzle pattern? I was like, that's a really like it's a well-known puzzle, I suppose, and it's one I genuinely do like, because I like logical deductions, that sort of thing. And I remember I talked to my maths teacher about it. He was like, you probably shouldn't put that down because it's a bit of a juvenile puzzle to put down. Not like it's easy, but like if you're applying to like one of a very good university for maths, I suppose, it's sort of like is that really what you want to put down to show yourself off? You kind of want to put down something better. Not that it really matters, because they probably didn't even read it anyway, and I still got in. So, but yeah, what was I doing? I was going to customise things, and I was going to go sort of with flowers. You're very correct. Yeah. So, I don't know, I guess the Einstein problem. I don't even know why it's called the Einstein problem, because I bet it's one of those, like, misnomers where Einstein didn't actually make it. We need to customise this, because this might break soon, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I've actually customised this recently, apparently. Never mind. Customise this might break. Why don't we do yellow? Let's see if it's good, because, you know, Einstein's a pretty clever guy. He's not going to be wasting his time on such rudimentary problems. It's called the zebra puzzle. But Einstein problem. Yeah, but Einstein problem is actually a different thing in geometry. Let's see. In plane geometry, the Einstein problem asks about the existence of a single prototile, don't know what that is, that by itself forms an aperiodic set of prototiles that is shaped that can tessellate space, but only in a non-periodic way. This is, as I understand it, it sounds like this is asking if there's a shape which can basically fit together with itself over and over again, but it doesn't form repeating patterns, which I'm pretty sure I've seen a video about this actual thing. Such a shape is called Einstein. Einstein, which is a play on German ones, meaning one title. So this wasn't actually something proposed by Albert Einstein. Furniture freshener. Oh, that was the 200th thing I customised. Proposed solutions. Maybe I misremembered. So the zebra puzzle. So that zebra puzzle is the original name. So that's what I'm talking about. If you're trying to look it up and you're like, what is this Einstein puzzle? It doesn't exist here. That's why it's called the zebra puzzle, apparently. Many versions of the puzzle exist, including a version published in the Life International magazine in December 17th, 1962. The puzzle is often called Einstein's puzzle or Einstein's riddle because it's said to have been invented by Albert Einstein as a boy. Oh, it's sometimes always attributed to Lewis Carroll. Oh, really? But there's no evidence for either of... we should movies first. I believe we have both windflowers and lilies already over there. If I recall. I suppose we can just jaunt over there and find out. Because for some reason these green mums just aren't reproducing. Every other flower doing a fantastic job. Come on, green mums. So windflower and lilies, I'm pretty sure both of them are already represented here. Somewhere. Yep. So these will just go back to Lily's house. Filling up the garden over here. Something like that. Maybe we won't have as lilies and then, I don't know. I think we'll spread those pink and green flowers up over here. Anyway, there's no... Oh, this is not what a bridge is. Oh, I guess we could put a bridge here. It's 4x3 for bridge, right? Wait, hold on. Get up the dimensions again. New Horizons Bridge. Dimensions. Oh, it's 4x3 or 4x5. Oh, it's 4 wide. Oh, that's really awkward. Because this is... I'd like to have it go directly into this. Bridges can reach it. Same museum of being 3D wall. Ugh. Maybe people have a really nice one. Let's see. New Horizons Museum decorations. It's very annoying that museums only got like 1 wide thing, but the stairs are 2 wide. So is a bridge. I don't want to have it off center. Is a problem. Ah. Come on, Nintendo, give us more customization options, hey? Things like, why can't we make a 2 wide bridge or a 3 wide bridge? It makes perfect sense to me. Anyway, not here to complain. We're here to talk about Einstein Riddle. Or I guess now it's called the Zebra Puzzle. There's no known evidence or whatever. Puzzle mentions a brand of signal. It's used as a benchmark in evaluation of computer algorithms for solving constraint satisfaction problems. Oh, so I guess that's a scientific name of those sort of problems, like those deduction riddles. Constraint satisfaction problems. Alright, do you want to hear out this whole thing? You know, get out your pen and paper if you want to try and solve it. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't like riddles, but still. There are 5 houses. The Englishman lives in a red house. The Spaniard owns a dog. The coffee is drunk in the greenhouse. Ukrainian drinks tea. The greenhouse is immediately to the right of Ivory House. The old gold smoker owns snails. Oh, the original version is about cigarettes. Okay, that's changed. Obviously, because I guess us kids wouldn't know what these cigarette brands are. Cools are smoked in the yellow house. The milk is drunk in the middle house. The Norwegian lives in the first house. The man who smokes Chesterfields lives in the house next to the man with a fox. Look, pet foxes are definitely not something you should keep. How do we water 8 so quickly? Oh, we already watered the purple ones, I forgot. I was like, what? Yeah, as cute as foxes are, you probably shouldn't try and have them as pets unless you're a well-trained wildlife sanctuary person, but still. It's what I've heard, it's what I've heard. The Norwegian lives in the first house. Did I say milk is drunk in the middle house? Maybe. The man who smokes Chesterfields lives in the house next to the man with a fox. Cools are smoked in the house next to the house where the horse is kept. The Lucky Strike smoker drinks orange juice. The Japanese smokes parliaments. The Norwegian lives next to the blue house. Now, who drinks water and who owns a zebra? Wow. And that's a problem. And you get out your little grid. You try and work out who goes where in your little table, and you're like, oh, can't do this, can't do that, can't do that, whatever, whatever. Basically, this isn't so much as a problem of, well, in my opinion, it's not so much a difficult problem, so much as a problem of getting all the information down properly, you know, and being able to sort through it properly. That's more of the issue, I suppose, in the puzzle, I'd say, rather than anything else. Oh, I didn't mean to water all of them. It doesn't really matter. Because it's not difficult, logically, to actually work through, in my opinion. I think a lot of the difficulty you might have if you try and do it, you'll be like, whoa, that's a lot of information. And yeah, it's a lot of information. Absolutely. No lying there. No cap. It's a lot to sort through, and there's a lot to try and really think about, so if you're not careful, you sort of get lost in the source a little bit, I suppose. But as long as you carefully set everything out and carefully analyse the information you have at hand, you should be fine with it, I think. Alright, let's try and not put red mums together. Should be a red lily. This can be a cosmos. Then cosmos. Cosmos. So this can't be rose or hyacinth. So let's make it a mum. Move it. Oh, hello, Vivian. put a hyacinth there. What can go over here? Anything. Not a pansy or a tulip. Well, why don't we put a red hyacinth, because that's apparently what we have a lot of. And we'll plop a red windflower over here. This black lily will go shove over by Fuchsia's house. As we can start probably decorating Fuchsia's house with a bit more of a spooky stuff, right? Still not really sure what's going on. Lily was thinking? No, Lily's just reading. Yeah, because we can put some Halloween stuff. Because optimally, I'd like this to be a bridge here. But you can't really do that. Should we see what sort of... Actually, we can just look for our recipes ourselves. We can see what sort of Halloween stuff we got. Falling snow. Oh, that's pretty. You're so pretty. Oh, pretty. If you see anything spooky related, shout it out. I'll try and craft it. Or do my best to craft it. Hopefully I've got enough of the products required for it. Because we have all of these. We can make a spooky arch. Like, the problem is a lot of these spooky things, they don't really fit aesthetically. Like the fence does, like obviously the fence does. This does. We can have a spooky scarecrow, I think, would fit. I think these might fit. These obviously don't fit. Garland obviously doesn't go anywhere, but carriage, maybe. We don't need to make these though, we already got them. I suppose we could customize them to make them look black and white. You know, that's a good point. But then we'd have to, have we not seen a present in the sky? Apparently not. We'd have to pick them up from a little spooky house we got, a spooky room we got to the right here. We don't have any other furniture really to put in, but that's fine. That's completely fine, IMO. It's about time we start picking these things up. So what do we want? We want this, 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 this. Didn't mean to pick up a rug. Fortunately, we can't put a rug outside. Ugh. Why would you put it in the worst place possible? So something like this. And nothing else we can put outside. I guess we can put Jack's photo there, but nah. We'd rather put a photo of Phoebe herself when she can move into there. But yeah. So I suppose we can customize each of these and make sure we got them as the spookiest colour they got. Oh my god, I forgot we need pumpkins for this. So monochrome, so we need a lot of white pumpkins basically. Actually, that one's pretty spooky as well. Monochrome's spooky, yeah, though. Okay, how many white pumpkins do we got? About 30. I mean, that's why we got the pumpkin farm, right? So let's turn everything spooky. Spooky and boogie. Painting using pumpkins, which really doesn't make any sense to me, but still. Some of these might naturally be the correct colour anyway, so... Yeah, we want to keep with a monochrome aesthetic because that's the spookiest one, I think, and one which perhaps plays a bit more to the. I think like we can make a few more of these ones. The spooky lantern guy plays a bit more. Plays a bit stronger into the feeling of the Grim Reaper and death. I actually think we have one of these. Hold on. We might have some of these spooky towers already. Some of these spooky furnitures already in black and white. Let's see. If we do, well, at least let's try and find them if we do. Just so we can not waste all our white pumpkins. Yeah, we do. It seems like that's the only one though. Oh, those aren't even customizable, so... Okay. So I guess we can put the tower back down. It's going to be a bit of an empty Halloween room, but that's fine. I mean, Halloween's been over for like 3 months. Is it this one? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll finish customizing these things and we'll put them down tomorrow. Because we kind of run out of time today. What have we got onto? Spooky carriage? Ooh. If only you can have it like pure black. Unfortunately, we can only go with white, which is like it's still spooky. Not gonna lie, but it's like not as spooky. Can you customize lanterns? I don't think you can, but you should absolutely be able to. Like, why not? Why can't you customize... Not lanterns, sorry, fencing. I meant fencing. Of course you can customize lanterns. We can make a few more of these, I think, as well. It probably seems reasonable enough to me. And I'm done for now. So yeah, we'll start decorating Fuchsia's island. Make it spooky theme, make it feel like the Grim Reaper, that sort of thing. And I don't know, we'll figure out what we're going to do for bridge-wise. Maybe a skeleton bridge would be interesting, but like a bridge to the underworld seems fitting. But I don't know if there's Gothic bridges. I had to look it up. But anyway, I know. Zebra puzzle, give it a try if you want it. Don't, if you don't want to. It's kind of up to you, I guess. But anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, all greatly appreciated. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord down below. I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.